I've spent the last few days pushing Google's new Nano Banana Pro and Gemini 3 to its absolute limit. Right now, most people are just using it to make funny memes or just fancy websites. But after having worked with hundreds of clients and generating millions of dollars in revenue for them, I can tell you right now that this tool is going to make growing a business much, much easier. So by the end of the video, I'll show you all the hidden features and prompts that I spent way too much time researching to unlock the full capabilities of Nano Banana Pro. Firstly, to get customers, what we're going to need is a cohesive marketing campaign, not just random images that have a bunch of different styles, right? So step one is developing a brand identity. And this is so that we have a cohesive brand for everything that we develop. This kind of becomes our source of truth. And in this video, I'm going to be building an entire campaign live from my own software. And this way you can see exactly how to stack these assets. So your ads, slides, graphics, all of them work together and look like a professional brand, right? Okay, which brings us into how do we actually develop a brand guideline? And it's really simple. What you want to do is you want to go to ai.dev, and that is basically Google's AI Studio. And right here, you'll see in where it says build, right here, it'll say build. You go here and then you type in a prompt, okay? So I have this big prompt. For example, you can copy this and then you come here and then let's say you give it your website like bookedin.ai, and then paste that in and then hit build, okay? But what you'll end up seeing, this is gonna take a little bit, but what you'll end up seeing, and you'll see I did something similar, and I got a visual guideline, right? And what a visual guideline really is that you will get a master prompt, and this thing we're gonna be attaching to every graphic we create, so we get a similar style, okay? And you see, it's really cool because it'll have stuff like the colors that you normally use, it has the fonts, the sizing, all the shadows, the visual rules, all this stuff, right? By the way, guys, this whole doc with all the research I did and all the little prompts and anything you might need in this video, I'm going to be linking it down in the description below. So go grab that when you can. If you want to convert cold traffic into customers, you have to make them understand what you do. And in order to do that, stories work really, really well. You have to kind of show them like the hell they're in and how you can help them, right? But usually communicating that costs a fortune in design time and a lot of fees, right? But now what's cool is that you can just use Nano Banana to generate these customer journeys in so many completely different vibes. Like, look at this. We have the stick figure SaaS build that matches my brand. You got a little cartoon story one, there's a Pixar styled one, and there's even I really love this one, which is a Pokemon styled animation. And all of these can only be done because of Nano Banana Pro. Because look at it now, the text on it is actually perfect. It's taking stuff from my guidelines and I don't have to prompt it. It just creates it for me. And if you don't like one panel, you can just ask it to change something and it does it. And with this, you can easily create stuff like Instagram carousels, LinkedIn slides, or even static ads. And the idea is this very easily stops the scroll because you can tell a whole story at a glance. This is literally a cheat code for high converting creative right now. And I'm going to show you how to build it. All right, so if you want to build stuff like this is the first thing you need. First, you want to feed it the correct input. The correct inputs, you want to make sure this model knows about your business, so it has all that context. It knows who your customers are and what they might be suffering with, how you help them, and your brand guidelines. And if you guys don't have any of this stuff, I actually left these templates below. And what it is just a bunch of questions. And if you fill out these kind of questions, like what is your company's name? In one sentence, what do you do? All of this stuff you can just use as the input, okay? So after you have this done, what you want to do is you want to use this prompt. So you see, you just paste in your business context and your visual styles here, and then just put this prompt into Nano Banana Pro, and it'll start generating stuff like this. And you can just also describe what kind of style you want. And just for context here, I just pasted in a bunch of stuff, which is a very beefy prompt, and I can just generate these kind of graphics, and I can switch styles by saying stuff like, just give me a Pixar style. And it becomes that easy after you have this kind of context delivered. And then let's move on to step 3. Now, if we want to spice it up, what we can do is we can take the start frame that we generate from Nano Banana and create motion graphics and videos so we can really stop the scroll, right? And this means we can take really high quality images we create with Nano Banana and then turn them into full-blown video ads or even engaging design. And the cool part is that it gives us total control. We can keep that consistent character and use that storyboard to keep them alive. I'll normally use this to use B-roll if I'm talking on an ad instead of using stuff like generic stock footage. And what I can do is layer in these custom motion graphics while I'm talking. It basically turns a flat image into a high production asset. It's engaging, it's custom, and it keeps people watching. And you'll see here how this is like an example of B-roll that I made off a single image. And this is one of those old storyboards I made into a motion graphic. So let me show you how to build these. By the way, quick word of warning. I just want to make sure you guys, when you build this stuff, don't use Higgsfield, because from what I've seen, a lot of other creators teach you how to build these with Higgsfield, but those are sponsored videos. I don't do any sponsored videos. That's why I just want to make sure you're clear of this and don't waste your money, because common issues have been happening with Higgsfield a lot recently, where they'll say unlimited generation, but you'll pay for the plan and then you'll have credits, but they just say all of them are used. And you see a lot of people are having these kind of issues in their Discord as well. But regardless, let's move on to how to actually build these. All right, so when we build these, it's kind of the same flow where we have our inputs, we use a prompt, and we get our outputs, okay? And it's really easy, this one, because all you have to say is animate. But essentially, after you have the same inputs as before, I have a prompt right here where you guys can grab this prompt and then paste it in. But you can just say animate, and essentially it will generate you graphics like this where you can slow it down, speed it up, all the stuff, and you can use these for B-roll. And it also designs it really nicely. Like example, look at these. So it makes some really cool designs for, let's say, your lead magnets or whatever you need to, okay? I'll have a couple different prompts of these down inside the Miro board as well. So you can also grab that in the description. And as for the videos, what you want to do is I recommend using FreePick. And in FreePick, all you need to do is go to their AI suite right here, and then hit their video gen. And then in the video gen, you'll see all I did is I selected VO 3.1, and then I put in the reference image, right, that you saw we made in the storyboard. And what that will do is when you prompt it with the prompt I give you, it will generate the kind of outcomes that you want, all right? Okay, now that we've learned some of the building blocks, what I want to show you is essentially how we can take dense papers like these and then condense them and then create it into something digestible. So imagine you have an onboarding document for your customers, or you want to educate them about something that may be a little complex, right? So to help them do that, what you can do is rather than reading this dense document, although it's really insightful, you can go to Gemini, tell it to read all of it, and then make you an interactive explainer, okay? And you can see how it helps you understand what's going on with different graphics and a little summaries, right? You can see this is really easy to use, and you can ask Gemini about what you would need done. This is really good if you have a document that explains your process to a customer and can be very beneficial when you're trying to onboard someone. And building this is super easy. All you have to do is, let's say you have a presentation or a doc or something like this. You just insert this link right here and take this, go to ai.dev, you go here, you paste here, and then you hit build. And then it's going to create you something really cool like this. Okay, guys, this, I will say, is probably one of my favorite use cases because of how easily we can take a big document, a YouTube script, or anything, and then make it visual like that, right? And you can see how with Nano Banana, you can have a really basic looking slide like this, and with one prompt, create a really beautiful slide. So let me show you how to make that. And this one I'll say is also really simple to do. So for example, here you see, this is just Google Slides. So all you have to do is make sure you have Google Slides and you have the Gemini Pro plan. And I have this basics looking slide, right? Introducing Booked-in AI and a couple little bullet points. And you see, if you scroll down this thing where it says beautify the slide, if you just click this button, it's going to create something. And for me, it created this. I put in my own logo, because what Gemini Pro can do now is go to the internet, do research, and actually put things in. It put in my logo. It made these cool graphics. It found something from my website, inserted it. And this is so, so useful. And I'll show you another little use case that I really like, where I was studying about YouTube ads. And in Notebook LM, what I did was I pasted all these sources. And after pasting all these sources, what I did was I just hit the slide deck. So after I made the slide deck, you'll see it actually built really cool slides based on this entire video. So for example, if I had a script that I wrote for a YouTube video or an outline or plan, what I can do, I can just put it into Notebook LM and then just hit this little slide deck button and then it'll generate it for me. And normally Gamma does a good job, but I think this is a lot easier to do and it looks a lot nicer. And the fact you can also use things like little mind maps to actually explore ideas. I've been really liking playing with this because it gives me a real good sense of what I may need to visualize and show you guys an idea that I may have. Okay, so I've really been liking using this for thumbnails specifically, where you can insert a lot of different people and a lot of different objects to actually create really realistic pictures, right? So for example, this image I made with Nano Banana, this one, this one, this one. But the hack I really want to show you is this. So there's this thing called Google Mixboard, and it's also free. You just have to Google Mixboard, and you can see you can do stuff like this, where I just inserted, you can insert up to 8 images, but I just inserted 3, where I inserted Elon, myself, and some Gucci glasses. And I just prompted right here, make a picture of me and Elon in New York City wearing these shades. And you can see it's kind of crazy how it got everything correct. It got me, it got Elon, and this board is being a little weird, but you see it has the right Gucci slides. It got my face pretty well. I got Elon really well. And this makes it a lot easier to create pictures with Nano Banana, this Google Mixboard. And you'll see how you can do a lot of different things where Google actually gives us an example where you get a lot of inspiration. You can ask Mixboard to create different variations and make these granular little changes in a very visual way. So when you're actually making images with Nano Banana, highly recommend use this because it's also free. Which takes us to the 7th use case, and this is one of my favorites as well. And this is using Nano Banana to generate and edit UIs, right? So it's normally really hard to actually, if we're vibe coding software, what it should look like, right? So for example, this is something we had now, but we were trying to theorize something where people can actually move their leads around and we needed ideas really quickly. So what you can do is you can just take a screenshot, insert it, and essentially just ask right here on, hey, can you help me visualize something where we can manage our leads? And you see it came up with a really cool idea where we have the same things and we can create a Kanban board to essentially move our follow-ups and our boards around. And now we can use this as inspiration to build our UI. And even for our dashboard, I wanted to know what kind of analytics I should use. And it also gave me all of this stuff based on all the context it has about my company. And to use this thing, for example, you'll see when you click this right here, if you click this, you can use redesign with Nano Banana Pro, and it creates all the code, including the image that you need. All right. And this thing can be found inside Google Stitch. And it's really good to essentially just start and redesigning any UIs or just visualize. If you're trying to vibe code an app, use this first to actually visualize what it will look like. So it'll have a clean user interface. And then you can take that entire design, dump it into Google Gemini 3.0 and get it to code it up. But what we want to make sure is we're not just spending time vibe coding and wasting a bunch of time. So if you want to see how I kind of put all these automations together and actually get it to work while I'm not doing anything, watch this video here where I show you how I get that to happen.